Hello folks, my name's David Edgar, I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you today to discuss Rangers' 1-0 victory over a dogged St Mirren side today in sunny Paisley. Yes, that's true. It was a day in fact that was so warm that I think you would even draw sweat going towards the pie queue, and Rangers trying to freshen the side up after the match on Thursday night in Warsaw brought in several players. Philip Helander came in at the back, midfield Glenn Kamara came in, and up front we also saw Jordan Jones and Jermaine Defoe return to the side, but we also saw the return of Borna Barisic, and it was him who would be the match winner with a stunning free kick after 59 minutes to give Rangers 3 points. Rangers started pretty well actually. Jermaine Defoe worked a chance early on and really should have scored, but he put it just slightly the wrong side of the post. And after that, it settled into a pattern we've seen before. St Mirren had a low block, which I think if it had been any lower would have been subterranean. And Rangers were, I think, continually maybe trying that one touch too many, trying to walk the ball into the net. And that's the problem with Arsenal. Did you see that ludicrous performance last night, etc., etc.? But the only real joy came from crosses from James Tavernier, in particular one that Joe Aribo got in the end of, good stop. Oh, sorry, Scott Arfield got in the end of, good stop by the St Mirren goalkeeper, who actually looks a pretty decent goalie in all honesty. And Rangers just couldn't get going at all. We dominated possession, as you'd expect, but just couldn't fashion enough chances. Into the second half, I think the manager had a word, understandably, and Rangers started with a bit more verve. Ryan Jack was impressive in trying to drive us forward. But when the goal came, Jermaine Defoe was absolutely halved after another bit of intelligent play from him. And up stepped Barisic to lash a beauty. It was just a stunning free kick. It had pace and swerve and dip and exploded past the goalkeeper for 1-0. We maybe expected St Mirren to come out then, they didn't. Rangers continued to press. Jermaine Defoe's had another good chance. Rangers seemed content just to keep the ball. St Mirren might have got back late on when their substitute Moraes miscontrolled the ball when he had an opportunity to beat Alan McGregor. But overall, Rangers did definitely deserve the 3 points. And again, if I can dust down a cliche, that's the type of game last season we would have probably dropped points in. These games aren't pretty. They're not going to be pretty. When a team plays like that against you, you're going to struggle unless you've got sensational players. And Rangers don't. We have good players. But so long as we're getting the victory, that's all that matters. We need to go to these places and get 3 points, and we did that today. A word for the support, who were excellent. Obviously, we had a pretty cruddy couple of days with the announcement from UEFA over some parts of the stadium being closed for Thursday night, and all eyes were on them. And if you think for a second that there weren't people who were desperate to see the away support trip themselves up today, well, they didn't, and they were excellent, and they backed the team from first to last, and very well done to them for that. So I think it was important for us to have 9 points going into the first Old Firm match of the season, which takes place next Sunday. We're confident, we're at home, and we fancy ourselves, but I'm sure they're confident as well. So it should be a cracker. To be honest, I don't care if it's the worst game of football you've ever seen, so long as Rangers win it. But it is set up, and there is a steeliness about this Rangers team that wasn't there last season. I think we've already proved that at Kelly, we've proved that again today. And the more of these victories, the more you can start to trust them and believe that they will pull it out in situations like that. As for Borna Barisic, well, he fair enjoyed the goal, and so he should have. And hopefully this just kicks him on. He looked a bit bereft of confidence before that, but I thought he then came into the match a lot more for about 10 minutes after it, before he seemed to pick up an injury, which may be something to worry about. Alan McGregor as well seemed to pick up an injury, which is not good. But before we get to the Old Firm match, we do have a rather big European tie. And look, yes, the partial stadium closure is a pain in the hole, but there will still be 47,000 bears there to roll the side on, and we need to make as much noise as we can and hopefully get us through to the Europa League group stages, which, as mentioned before, would be a phenomenal achievement. But we all know the leagues are bread and butter, and wins like today, while probably forgotten as soon as the final whistle blows, are important in helping us get there. It wasn't Old Firm games that cost us last season. It was dropping points stupidly when we should have won. We could have. This season we could easily have had a draw at Kilmarnock, we could easily have had a draw today, but instead we've got 6 points from those two matches. That's a hell of a difference, and if Rangers can keep that going, who knows. If you want to hear more from Heart and Hand, our free pod drops every Monday. It'll be with you tomorrow night, wherever you get your podcast. But if you want to hear even more from us, much more in-depth analysis and everything to do with Rangers in all honesty, history, quizzes, comedy shows, you name it, we've got it. Then go to patreon.com, that's patreon.com/Heart and Hand, where for just $1.99 per month, you will get, I think, well over 100 hours new content every single month. So come along, see us. If you don't enjoy it, it's $1.99. If you do enjoy it, it's the best $1.99 you'll spend every month. Thanks for listening to me. I'll be back on Thursday night. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.